Hey gang. Well, I promised you guys a Halloween story, or at least a story for Halloween, and if you're wondering why on earth am I recording down here in this wooded area, well, actually it's right here by the park. The reason why I'm filming the wooded area part is because this is kind of where our story ends. And so I wanted to kind of do this video for you guys real quick. It's pretty much what I could probably call my relationship from hell. It was pretty bad. This was back in 2005. My fiance Mickey and I had broken up. She wrote me a letter saying that things between us had become different since she came back from Ohio. And I tried to tell her, no, things were different when you started working at DPM, which, for those of you who don't know what DPM was, it was a meat packing plant that if you were in a relationship with anybody, it was going to go downhill pretty quick after your loved one started working out there. A lot of people's relationships ended because of that place. But she wrote me a letter saying it was over with, everything like that. So I fell into a very deep depression for quite some time, and Reno came along one night and said, hey man, let's go up to the football games and try to have a little fun and everything like that. I said, all right, because back then I wasn't really interested in the football games. I wasn't really interested in how the Bearcats were doing. So I go up there, and Reno has one of his umpteen smoke breaks he has to have outside in the parking lot. We go sit in front of the band room, and there's these two girls sitting down from us. One of them he knows, named Brittany. Now, I will be honest with you. I've never known anybody who spelled their name Brittanie. So that was something different, I'll say that much. So anyway, started going to the games a lot. She was there. We started talking. We became friends, and I found out a little bit later on that she was interested in me, wanting to be with me. But the problem was that there was a pretty big size age difference. See, Brittany was still going to high school, and I wasn't, of course. So the age difference kind of kept us apart, but when she turned 18, she decided that she was going to drop out of school, move in with me, and try to take care of things around the house, which only meant rent money, because her parents kept most of her check, let her have about $100 out of her check to pay the rent at the house. Well, sometime after Brittany moved in, things between us were really starting to change. See, I thought the main reason why her parents didn't want us to be together was because of the age difference, but that wasn't the big reason. They were trying to warn me about Brittany. The thing I found out later on was that she's bipolar. She hears voices in her head, and she has multiple personalities. But I stuck with her for about 6 months. And gang, I'll tell you in all honesty, I shouldn't have. Because that's when the abuse started. Brittany abused me every which way you could think of. Emotionally, verbally, and at times physically, and yes, mentally too. She would always apologize, and I would always accept her apology, and no matter what she did to me, I always took her back. I must have taken her back, I don't know how many times. And she would always tell me, it's like, look, I'm taking my medication, I'm not going to beat you up or anything like that anymore. I'm not going to choke you out, try to cut your throat, things like that. I mean, she was doing all this stuff to me. And then it got worse. She started cheating on me. In fact, it was one night she went and cheated on me when I was hanging out at Reno's place. He was living over there with his mom, his dad, his two brothers, and his Uncle Terry. They were having a duplex, and him and his Uncle Terry took up the other half of the duplex. I go over there to hang out one night. Brittany comes in and talks about how she just got done having sex with some guy. They all look at me as if to say, what do you want to say about this? And I was just so emotionally broken, I didn't even care. She's going to do whatever she wants to do. What do I care? Then Brittany takes off, says, I'll see you back at the house. And I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. That's when Ryder and Zach follow her out the door, because I forgot to mention Zach was there too. And they push her off the porch. They come in bragging about it, and I told them, guys, you shouldn't have done that because I'm going to really catch it when I get back to the house. And I did. I really caught it when I got back to the house. She sat there and she berated me and yelled at me and everything like that, and told me, like, why didn't you stand up for me? And I couldn't even hardly get a word in edgewise. And, you know, I mean, it was just torture being with her. She constantly cheated on me. She constantly abused me. She just made me feel like I was just worth nothing. And then finally one night, after we got back together again, that same night we got back together, I go over to hang out with Reno and his family. Brittany's friend Katie's there. And she decides to tell me that she has bad news. I said, what is it? And she says, Brittany is leaving you, and she is leaving you for good. She's found herself a better guy, blah, 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 all this. And I finally felt like saying, hallelujah. I didn't try to fight to get her back. I didn't try to do anything to get her back. I didn't want her back or anything like that. I said, well, you know what? You can tell her when you see her, she can come get her stuff, get it out of my house. And about a week later, she came back to the house, got her stuff. But that was about around the time my ex Mickey showed up, because somebody had been telling her about what Brittany was putting me through. And she had that attitude of, oh no, we're not having this. And I guess somebody tipped off Brittany about it, so she takes off, because I don't remember when she came. I think it was a Saturday, I don't remember. She comes in, and first thing she says is, where's Brittany? I'm like, she's gone, she's not here right now. And she's telling me how she really wants to tear apart Brittany and all this other stuff. I said, well, good luck. Mickey takes off, Brittany comes back, gets the last of her stuff, moves out, she's gone. And for a while there, I'm thinking to myself, you know, I'm glad she's gone. I can't put up with that abuse. I can't put up with all that crap. And gang, I'll tell you the God's honest truth, I'm so glad she did leave me, because if that never happened, if she had done what she was going to try to do, and that is, end my life, I never would have met Sarah. And that's why I thank God every day that she's in my life, because we became fast friends. She told me stories of abuse herself. I told her my story of abuse. And we just instantly became very, very close. And eventually we got together. We got married. And, well, the rest is history, as they say. So, again, I thank God for Sarah. I'm so glad she's my wonderful, beautiful wife, my best friend, and the one person who saved my life more than anybody, because she's been there for me for a long, long time. She's always given me words of advice about, back then it was always relationships. She always tried to tell me, I have a bad feeling about this one. And when I would tell her, well, it didn't work out, she would always sit there and give me those 4 words I needed to hear. I told you so. So if you're kind of wondering, okay, so where does the story end? Well, unfortunately, like I said, our story ends right around here in the woods. I'm not sure where at, but a few years later, Brittany met a guy, well, after meeting multiple guys and being with them, but she finally married a guy. They had 2 kids. Unfortunately, the poor guy was found somewhere down around here. He had passed away. I think they said it was from a heart attack. I thought I heard somebody. They found him somewhere in these wooded area. Again, I think they said it was a heart attack. So since then, I've barely seen Brittany. I think I've seen her maybe 3 times. One time was at McDonald's hanging out with Reno, and she put her hand around my throat and tried to choke me out, and Reno smacked her arm away and told her, you know, look, Doc won't hit a woman, but if I have to, I will. The second time I saw Brittany, again, was with Reno. You're going to sense a pattern with this one. It was at Walmart, and it was like she put on Axe body spray cigarettes, like Marlboro or something like that. So, yeah, she reeked of cigarettes. And the last time I saw her was, again, say it with me, with Reno. We were going to his sister's house. She was sitting across the street on her friend's porch, and she lost her job and everything like that. And I guess she was staying with a friend for a while till things kind of got going her way again. So since then, I have not seen hide nor hair of her, and to tell you the truth, I am glad, because like I said, thank God for Sarah, because if she never came into my life, I wouldn't be here today. So there you guys have it, my relationship from hell story. As far as Brittany goes, I don't know where she is, and I couldn't care less. It sounds cruel to say that, but you know what? It's pretty much the God's honest truth. So I'm going to get on out of here, gang. Hope you guys are having an awesome Halloween. Hope you guys get lots of candy and hopefully no raisins. If you get raisins, send them my way. I'll eat them. I don't care. If you like my videos, please feel free to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you all. Try to be good. Try to be good to yourself. Try to be good to others. Till next time, howl at the moon for me. Or whatever you want to do on Halloween. Just make sure it's not anything too illegal. Till next time, as always, stay strong and rock on.